A massive risk is unfolding right now for the Los Angeles Rams, and the season could literally hang in the balance. We are talking about an elite talent who might break the league, but his health is a terrifying gamble that could ruin our first-round pick. If the front office makes the wrong call here, we might waste a golden opportunity during our Super Bowl window. You need to understand the danger and the potential reward before the draft clock starts ticking. Before we dive into the details, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. Jordan Tyson is the name everyone is whispering about in the Rams building after a massive private workout on Friday. This young receiver from Arizona State is a special player, and if he didn't have a history of getting hurt, he would be the best receiver in this entire draft class. The Rams are very interested in him, but there is a major problem because he has missed a lot of games due to serious injuries. He had a bad hamstring injury during the season, and he couldn't even run at the combine or his pro day because he wasn't ready. This made a lot of teams nervous, but he finally held a private workout, and almost every team sent scouts to watch him. The Rams were right there in the front row because they know he could be a superstar for this offense. During this workout, he ran about 25 routes and only dropped one single ball. People who were there said he looked fast, explosive, and very healthy, which is exactly what the Rams needed to see before the draft. Now the big news is that he might go much higher in the first round than anyone expected just a week ago. Teams are starting to feel comfortable with his medical history because his talent is just too big to ignore anymore. He is the kind of player who can change a game in 1 second, and the Rams have been watching him closely for a long time. They even sent scouts to his college practices last year, which shows they have a real plan for him. But the big question is whether we can trust a player who has spent so much time on the injury list. If he stays healthy, he could be the next great star in Los Angeles, but if he gets hurt again, it could be a total disaster for our draft. This is a very high-stakes situation for the team and for the fans who want another championship. We are looking at a player who could replace a veteran star and keep our offense at the top of the league for years. The Rams have a massive decision to make at pick 13, and this workout has changed everything about how they might spend that valuable selection next week. Carnell Tate is another name that connects to this story because he is the other top target the Rams are considering for that specific receiver role. When you look at how this young athlete plays, he is exactly what our coach loves to use in his creative offensive system. He is a very smooth route runner who knows how to find open space against any kind of defense. This young man is great at beating man coverage, and he is even better at making big plays after he catches the ball. He fits the mold of a movement receiver, which means the team can move him all over the field to create headaches for the other team. If you remember how Odell Beckham Jr. played for us during our Super Bowl run, this is the same kind of impact we are talking about. This prospect has the size and the speed to win on the outside, and he could eventually take over for a star like Davante Adams. He is a natural football player who makes everything look easy, and his hands are some of the most reliable in the country. The coaching staff loves his work ethic and the way he attacks every single play on the field. He is a polished player who doesn't act like a rookie, and he could step onto the field and help us win games on day one. Having a player like this would give our quarterback another dangerous weapon to use in big moments. This young star has been high on the Rams draft board for months because he checks every single box for what we need. He is disciplined, he is fast, and he knows how to score touchdowns when the pressure is on. Whether it is a short pass or a deep shot down the field, he has the skills to make it happen. The Rams see him as a perfect fit for the future because he can learn from the veterans and then lead the team for the next decade. It is rare to find a player with this much natural ability who also understands the technical side of the game so well. But now that other players are rising up the board, the Rams have to decide if he is the one they truly want. He is a special talent, and he would look incredible in a Rams uniform next season. This situation matters so much because the Rams are in a position where they must win right now. We just played in the NFC Championship game, and we are very close to being the best team in the world again. Usually, teams that are this good do not get to pick so high in the draft, so pick 13 is a huge opportunity for us. If the Rams pick the right player, it could help them win more games immediately and push them over the top for another Super Bowl. However, if they take a big risk on a player with a history of injuries and he gets hurt again, it will be a total failure. We cannot afford to waste such a valuable pick on someone who stays in the training room instead of being on the field. The offense needs a spark to stay ahead of the other teams in our division, and a new star receiver is the fastest way to get that done. This choice will decide if our passing game stays elite or if we start to struggle as our older players get closer to retiring. This is about protecting our future while also trying to win a trophy this February.
Blues, Hivoragid Blues, retiring. This is about protecting our future while also trying to win a trophy this February.
The Rams have shown in the past that they are willing to take big risks to get superstars, and this draft is no different. But every fan knows that one bad injury can change an entire season for the worse. If we bring in a healthy, explosive playmaker, our quarterback will be much more effective, and the whole team will benefit. We need someone who can take the pressure off our other stars and keep the defense guessing. This decision will be the most important move of the entire offseason for Los Angeles. If the front office gets this right, we will be celebrating in the streets, but if they get it wrong, it will be a very long and frustrating season for all of us. The stakes are as high as they can get, and the fans are waiting to see if the team will be brave or play it safe. Let's look at the best-case scenario for the Rams because it is truly exciting. Imagine if we draft this explosive receiver and he stays perfectly healthy for the whole year. He would step onto the field and immediately become one of the most dangerous threats in the NFL. Our offense would be impossible to stop, and we would likely coast into the playoffs with one of the highest-scoring teams in the league. He would catch deep touchdowns and make our quarterback look like an MVP candidate every single week. In this scenario, the Rams look like geniuses for taking a risk that nobody else was willing to take. But we also have to look at the worst-case scenario because it is very scary. Imagine if we use our 13th pick on him, and he gets hurt in the very first game of the season. We would lose our most valuable draft asset, and our offense would be stuck without the help it desperately needs. This could lead to a season where we struggle to score points and miss out on the playoffs entirely. The tension in the front office must be incredible right now as they weigh these two options. If this works, we are Super Bowl favorites, but if it fails, we are looking at a wasted year. The Rams have been aggressive before, but this is a gamble that could define the next 5 years of the franchise. Do we trust the medical reports or do we trust the tape from the college games? Every scout has a different opinion, and the clock is ticking down to the big night. If the Rams trade up to get him, the pressure becomes even more intense because we would be giving up even more picks. It is a classic high-risk and high-reward situation that will keep us all on the edge of our seats. One single medical report could be the difference between a championship and a disaster. The team has to be certain that this young player is ready for the physical toll of a long NFL season. If they have even one doubt, they might have to pass on him and go with a safer choice. But will they regret it forever if he becomes a superstar for another team? The Los Angeles Rams are facing a massive dilemma that will shape the future of our team for years to come. We have a chance to draft a truly special talent who could be the next legend in this city, but the risk of injury is a dark cloud hanging over the whole situation. The recent workout showed that the talent is definitely there, and it seems like the NFL is starting to believe in him again. Now the choice belongs to our front office, and they have to decide if they are willing to gamble on greatness. Be honest with me right now. If you were the one making the decision for the Rams, would you trust a player with this many past injuries in the first round? Would you take the risk to get a superstar, or would you rather play it safe with a more reliable prospect? I want to know exactly what you think in the comments below because this is a huge debate among fans. Do you think he is the missing piece for our next Super Bowl run? Tell me your thoughts right now and let's get the conversation started. If you love the Rams and want to stay updated on every single move we make, please hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss a breaking news update. Also, make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications turned on so you are the first to know when the pick is made. We are going to be following this story very closely as we get closer to draft night. Thank you so much for watching and for being the best fans in the world. I will see you in the next video with more exclusive Rams news. Go Rams!